The Crusades, the War for the Holy Land. The Crusades were a series of epic wars that lasted for nearly 200 years, driven by faith, power, and the struggle for Jerusalem. Here's the most gripping version of this legendary conflict, told in 5 thrilling chapters. The Call to War, 1095 AD, the speech that ignited a holy war. The year was 1095, and Pope Urban II stood before a massive crowd in Clermont, France. With passionate words, he called upon the Christian knights of Europe to march to the east and reclaim Jerusalem from Muslim control. He promised eternal salvation, land, and wealth to those who took up the cross. The cry of Deus vult, God wills it, shook Europe, and thousands, knights, peasants, and even women and children, set out on the First Crusade. The Siege of Jerusalem, 1099 AD, a city drenched in blood. After years of hardship, starvation, and brutal battles, the Crusaders reached Jerusalem in 1099. What followed was one of the most ruthless sieges in history. The Christian army stormed the walls and slaughtered thousands of Muslim and Jewish inhabitants in a merciless conquest. When the bloodshed ended, the Crusaders prayed at the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, believing they had fulfilled their divine mission. Saladin strikes back, 1187 AD, the fall of Jerusalem. The Muslims, now united under the brilliant General Saladin, launched a counterattack against the Christian kingdom. In 1187, he decisively crushed the Crusaders at the Battle of Hattin, cutting off their water supply and defeating them in the blazing desert heat. Saladin then marched on Jerusalem, taking it back without a massacre, unlike the Crusaders before him. His chivalry and wisdom made him a legendary leader, even among his Christian enemies. Richard versus Saladin, 1191 AD, the Clash of Titans. The Third Crusade brought one of the greatest medieval rivalries to life. Richard the Lionheart versus Saladin. Richard, the fierce king of England, led his armies with tactical brilliance, reclaiming key cities. Though they fought in several battles, Richard could not take back Jerusalem. Instead, in 1192, he and Saladin agreed on a truce. The city would remain under Muslim control, but Christian pilgrims could visit freely. The end of the Crusades, 1291 AD. The last stand at Acre. By 1291, after nearly 200 years of war, the last Crusader stronghold, Acre, fell to the Muslim armies. The dream of Christian rule over the Holy Land collapsed, marking the end of the Crusades. Though the wars failed to establish lasting Christian rule, they forever changed Europe and the Middle East, shaping history, trade, and cultural exchange for centuries to come. The legacy of the Crusades. The Crusades were more than just wars. They were a clash of civilizations, faith, and power that still influences the world today. Some call them holy wars, while others see them as a struggle for dominance. But one thing is certain: they changed history forever.